one thing that did come out for a big name this preseason is a lot of people are saying AD is now the best big man in the game. There's people straight up saying that he's better than Giannis now, and I want to know what you think after what you've seen from Anthony Davis in the bubble, winning the championship to start this season. You know how I feel about him not leading the Pelicans as an alpha to anything interesting, but your surrounding teammates, there's always something to be said for that. So is Anthony Davis the best big man in the NBA today?
I would say so. I think he's a more dominant scorer, right? And the point of the game is to put the ball in the hole. So I think when you compare him to Giannis, it's pretty clear that, even from a jump shot perspective, much more smoother. He can hit from three from anywhere, on the court, from the corner, top of the key, on the wing, which is a deficit in Giannis's game right now. And then I look at other big men like Nikola Jokic, who has the total package. But in terms of being a dominant scorer, on the boards and down low, just basically from every level of the court, I think AD is the best big man in the game. And I think we've known that for a couple of years now.
We've known that for a couple of years. Listen,
I think so.
It still does matter to me that when AD was with the Pelicans, and I know I mentioned that at the beginning of this segment, it's not even like they were like fourth or fifth seed. Like they just didn't do well, got swept in the first round in one series to Golden State. Next year they swept Portland. That's the playoffs where Drew Holiday put Damian Lillard in prison, and then they still got gentlemen sweep the next round also by Golden State. I guess my question is, if you put Anthony Davis on the Bucks, how would they turn out? Do you think they would still be the 1 seed in the East?
What roster are we looking at? This current roster with Drew, or are we talking about last year?
Let's do this roster. Mm-hmm. Even though to be fair, the Bucks have been near the top of the league. They did 2 years in a row of number 1 seed right now. So, and Giannis is back-to-back MVP with Milwaukee. So if you do a straight up swap today, Giannis for AD, how do the Bucks fare?
It's tough. I think they're definitely still top 4 because we were talking about the Eastern Conference and we're talking about 2 dominant players. But as far as AD having much success with that roster, I'm not sure, because one thing Giannis is great at is floor to floor, right? He can bring the ball up and go 90 feet and take it to the hole. And we've seen him do it consistently for 35, 40 minutes a game. Whereas AD can pick and choose his spots, right? AD is, I guess you would call him a point forward or a point center. We know he can handle the rock. We know he can bring it up and he can create. But I think Giannis is just a better creator.
Look, Father Time has to get LeBron at some point.
At some point.
I don't know when, but they have AD for the next 5 years now. So you expect to see him take on more of a leading role. I just don't want to see some of those games in the bubble before the finals where he played well. There were games where he just straight up disappeared. There were games where, where we talked about where he only took 8 shots. You can't be the best big man in the league and take only 8 shots in any situation. I don't care what it is. You got to figure it out.